The Mexica, or Aztec, were guided to Lake Texcoco by their war god Huitzilopochtli, where they saw an eagle perched on a cactus holding a rattlesnake in its talons. This prophecy told them they were home, so they built their city of Tenochtitlan, today's Mexico City. They were engaged in perpetual war with their neighbors, most notably the fierce Tlaxcala. In 1450, they blamed a series of droughts, failed crops, and famine on not honoring the gods properly. According to priests, the gods demanded human sacrifice. A lot. The Flower Wars developed as a ceremonial way to obtain them. During the Flower Wars, men fought gladiator style, aiming to injure the enemy rather than kill them. At the reconsecration of the Great Pyramid in 1487, the Aztecs sacrificed over 80,000 prisoners in 4 days, an average of 15 per minute. It's possible the Aztecs inflated the numbers to intimidate enemies, and a measly 4,000 were killed, not even 700 sacrifices in an 8-hour shift. Sacrifice rituals were performed monthly in an 18-month calendar year. Victims understood their roles as sacrifices since they likely had similar religions. They sometimes had duties like taking prayer requests and leading songs and dances. Estimates of the number of victims annually range from 20,000 to 250,000 and include as many as 1 out of every 5 children. In the usual ritual, the sacrifice was laid on a stone slab by 4 priests as a 5th sliced open the abdomen with a flint knife, then extracted the still beating heart, believed to be a fragment of the sun's heat. Every 52 years, the universe would collapse if the gods weren't strong enough, so all fires were extinguished, and at midnight a human sacrifice was made. If the sun appeared, which it always did, a new fire was ignited on the carcass and taken across the empire. The Tlaxcala were never conquered by the Aztec. They were still at war when the Spanish arrived. Cortes wanted to ally with Tlaxcala and insisted they accept Jesus, but they declined, apparently preferring the endless slaughter of their friends and neighbors as opposed to a single human sacrifice long ago from an unknown world. In the end, they still forged an alliance, since the Tlaxcala really hated the Aztec. 300 years later, Tlaxcala was both Mexican and Catholic. Pre-colonial American cultures were obsessed with cycles of creation and destruction, which mirrored the rise and fall of their many civilizations. We can learn a lot from them, because in the end, it wasn't the world that ended, but their barbarous rituals, and for that, we can be thankful.